What is up, you guys? JB Cars back, and today, guys, I'm bringing you guys another informative video. We're doing some more maintenance on the M550. Today we're going to be doing the transfer case. I've already done the differentials, and I did make videos on those, so I will link that at the end and as well in the description. But today we're going to be doing some more maintenance, like I said, on this, specifically the transfer case, which is a video I've not been able to find anywhere on YouTube. So pretty much this will be the first, I'm pretty sure, of G30 transfer case fluid exchange. And overall, guys, I'd say that this job is very doable with just some, general tools like jack stands, a jack, as well as, socket for the drain plug. And that's really pretty much all you'll need. And then as well as a scan tool, which I will show you guys the one I am using in this video, because you do have to open the chambers in the transfer case on these vehicles in order to get some more of that excess fluid out. You can obviously do the service without it, but it's really, really recommended to do it like that, because you're also recalibrating the transfer case at the same time so that it can adjust to that new fluid. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get right into the service now. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get this car up and we're gonna get under it and get going. But first and foremost, shout out to S63 Racky. He is amazing for the video that he made on doing his F90 transfer case service, because it is very, very similar to this car. And shout out to his boy, Stock Motorworks. He did a great job on that car, and just like him, man, I'm a little bit of a nerdy / geeky kind of guy when it comes to working on these things. It's fun, man. Trust me, it is fun. I know when shit hits the fan, it sucks, and you don't hear me swear often, but, it sucks. But I'm bringing you guys this in this video to, I like to inform you guys. So no more talking. We'll talk at the end, but let's get into this transfer case fluid. So you guys, first things first, I'm going to get into some of the things you're going to need for this tutorial. First things first, you're gonna need a 14mm hex socket. That is going to be key to getting your drain / fill plug off. You're as well going to be needing a torque wrench, which I don't have out right now, but you will need that later to torque it down. The fluid I am putting in is going to be this S-Tech. It says transmission fluid, but it is for the transfer case. This is actually from Shell itself. This is OEM fluid that BMW actually uses. They get it from Shell. So this is the fluid we will be putting in our transfer case. My scanner tool is going to be the Launch Elite Pro. I will link that as well in the description. We will be using this to open up the transfer box per se when it comes to opening those chambers and getting excess fluid, more fluid out. So alrighty, guys, now I'm going to go ahead and get this car up in the air. The way I like to do it is I like to jack up from one of the rear jack points first, and then put a jack stand on one of the closer sides, as you see me adjusting there, because then you can get that middle jack point, and then put it on both sides. And then same thing for the rear diff, and then you'll have jack stands on all four. It just makes life so much easier. Alrighty, guys, once we have the car up in the air, we got 4 jack stands now. If we come underneath here, grab my flashlight. We're gonna be on the driver's side, by the way. We're going to crawl underneath here. And here is our transfer box. Our transmission is under this, and this is our transfer case right here. And as you see right there, that port right there, that is going to be our fill / drain plug. That's gonna be our 14mm hex. Now, next we're going to have to actually jack this transfer case up ever so slightly, so then we can get our extension with our socket to slide up over the top. And we're gonna break that plug loose first, and then we're going to go up top and we're gonna get the software tool, scanner tool hooked up, and then we're gonna open up the reservoir and we're gonna start getting some old fluid out. Alrighty, so fair warning here, make sure you guys have a swivel or some sort of wobble adapter that you can put on your 14mm hex. You want to get it snug in there. You don't want it to strip. That would be a very, very bad day. But once you get it broken, you're going to make sure it's on loose enough to where fluid will not come out. Alrighty, guys, now that I have the fill / drain bolt broken, we're now going to hop into the cabin here briefly, as we're going to put the transfer case in its service mode using our diagnostic tool. We're going to have to start the engine. It'll run for 30 seconds, and then the scanner tool will actually automatically shut the engine off. So we're going to do that real quick So then it opens up those chambers, and then we're going to get to draining the fluid. Also, guys, as well, it is going to shut the car off. I will show you guys in a second, but we have to leave the ignition on, meaning the ignition is technically on, but the car is not running the engine. So I will show you guys this now. Once we have opened up our scanner, we're going to hit the OBD or service function right up here. We're going to go into BMW, and then next we're going to hit a special function, and now it is going to put the car into the diagnostic mode for us as we're waiting for it to finish connecting here, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so for most of the rest of this video, it is going to be me doing a voiceover because my phone, which is what I use to record, connected to the CarPlay. So I didn't realize this till after I finished the service that it did this. But now I'm scrolling down in the special function down to the transfer box oil change. And now we're going to go through the steps and procedures following on the screen. So we're going to press F1 because that is for the transfer box fluid change. And then the other two options, number 2 is to actually recalibrate, which we'll do later. And number 3 is to end the function. But now I am prompted to start the vehicle. So I've now opened up my garage a little bit so I don't breathe in the fumes, but guys, this cold start was loud, like very loud. And that, I had the valves closed too. I mean, this car is just so loud, guys. But basically what it's doing there is it's actually checking the transfer case for any faults or errors, and it actually will automatically turn the vehicle back off after it goes through this step of checking the car. It actually just turned itself back off, so I'll close the door. And now we're just going to let it go through its steps of checking all the faults. It might turn the car on and off. And it has completely shut everything off, actually. So now waiting. And there it goes. It put it back in diagnostic mode as it finishes this step up. Alrighty, guys, and now that the scanner tool has not found any errors, we're now going to move on to the step that matters, which is opening up these chambers. We'll hit continue. You'll get that processing screen. You will actually hear it opening up underneath you. You'll hear the transfer case making some noises. So once it is opened up there, we are all set to hop back underneath and start draining out some old fluid. I'm going to let you guys know this now. From the video I watched, I mean, yes, it was an M5. Very similar styling, but you are in that video they actually left the ignition on with that hooked up like that. In my case, my car actually slept went in the sleep mode because it was just sitting for a while, and I don't have the best battery. I'm probably gonna have to get a new battery coming up soon because I don't know if you guys noticed in that top corner, but the voltage is a little low. But anyways, besides the point there, you're going to need to obviously re-break that plug, which I'm doing right here. But back to what I was saying about keeping the ignition on, I don't necessarily think you need to because there is an end service function. Just make sure you keep it connected and there's power still going to that OBD adapter, because if not, you are not going to be able to hop in there and end the service function. But here I am just draining out the old fluid now. Guys, I'm going to let you know this right now. You're not going to be getting a lot of fluid out. I was maybe only able to extract here like 3 to maybe 400 at most milliliters. You're actually going to need to fill it up, drain it again like multiple times in order to try and get all that fluid out until it's, you know, coming out somewhat clear when you're sucking it out. I did not do that in this video, as I will mention later. I am going to be doing the transmission fluid exchange on this vehicle soon. I have a buddy, he has a shop with a lift, so I'm going to be taking it there to do it. I'm going to try and record there if I can, if he's cool with it. But obviously, if you know, I don't want to invade his personal space. But anyways, I will try to somewhat get some, sort of footage, even if it's like some brief little clips, or something, just to kind of inform you guys, show you how to somewhat do it. But guys, you're not going to get that much fluid out. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. You're going to have to keep rinsing, repeating. I would recommend probably getting 2 bottles of this stuff just to be safe. That way, you're rinsing in and out. You want to get as much of the dirty stuff out as you can, and it's pretty hard There's a gear like right in the way. I can feel it with the nozzle, and I have a very thin nozzle too, so that kind of sucks. But I'm actually going to be getting back to this transfer case. I'm going to reservice it again the proper way like that. But I just wanted to make this video to kind of just show you guys how you can do it with the basic tools like this. And then guys, off camera, I did torque that bolt back up to 45 Newton meters. Try and get it with your extension. Get it as tight as you can. It doesn't need to be crazy, but try and make sure it's tight. Might have to start the car after this. I know my battery is a little bit low, so service function is ended. So we're going to go back into here, and we're going to finish work after an oil change. So now we're going to click that. All right, and now the indicators for the oil wear will be reset in the next step. All right, we're complete, guys. We're all good. To give a quick overall summary of it, guys, I only was able to pull out roughly like 400 milliliters of that old fluid. So not a whole lot, which I'm pretty sure the case does hold at least a liter. But guys, I would honestly recommend picking up probably 2 bottles of that and then dedicating a whole bottle to straight just flushing it. I know I did not get to it in this video, but there's a reason I didn't get to it in this video. I actually will be taking this to one of my buddy's shops in the next week or so to do the transmission service on this, just to make life fairly easier. But I wanted to try and knock this out of the way for those of you guys that are curious how to do it without having a lift. So this is going to be just sort of a, you know, a figurative way to do it without a lift on some jack stands, say in your house, driveway, whatever it may be. This would be the way to do it. And you would do those multi-step flush and fills like I was going to do, but like I said, I'm going to be taking this thing in the next, probably, I'm pretty sure next week or so, I'm going to be going over to my buddy's shop once again, do transmission service. And plus this thing is not being driven, guys. Snow, winter, you can see it's a mess. It's all salty. I know it has winter tires, but that's what the diesel's for. Be the winter beater per se, and plus it's better on gas. This thing drinks way more in the winter, guys, especially being tuned. But so yeah, guys, that's basically going to wrap up part 2 of my mini little series here of doing some maintenance on the G30, especially M550. So hope you guys found it informative. And once again, guys, JB Cars, I'm gonna be out, guys. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Dark ass, I be flowing.